Hi, I'm Brainjuicer's juicy evangelist, Will Goodhand, and I'm talking today about SpringSights. An insight so good, it springs your brand forward to achieve something significant. And I'm going to talk about how you can find whether you've got a SpringSight using Insights Validator. So what is a SpringSight? A SpringSight is an insight about which a consumer would say, wow, you really understand me, almost better than I understand myself. So when we're testing for SpringSights, we're looking for resonance, how true consumers consider the insight to be, how much they'd like something that dealt with the issue, how much they identify with it, and just, wow, great idea. But we're also looking for edge. This almost better than I understand myself. You know, how exciting is the thing that's being communicated? And there we're really looking at the emotional response and the intensity of that response. So let's take a couple of examples. So here is an insight that is not a SpringSight. With a busy lifestyle, it's hard to eat as healthily as I should. Wouldn't it be great if there was an easy way to get my 5 portions of fruit and vegetables a day? Now that resonates. People say, yep, fair enough. Just doesn't have any edge though. There's nothing new or exciting there. By way of contrast, take the SpringSight, which launched the Dove brand forward and helped it double its size. For years, the beauty industry seems to have set out to make women feel bad about themselves for the industry's commercial ends. Wouldn't it be great if there was a brand that celebrated women as they are? Now there's one which validates, yes, it resonates with people, but also there's this edge, people saying, gosh, I almost haven't heard it expressed quite like that before, but yes, absolutely, somebody should take this forward. Now we've tested thousands of insights. There's a few things we've learned. First of all, you want to be careful that you don't just have a human truth, right? So something that seems to validate very well, which actually doesn't give you something that really keys into the category and helps you move forward. So the human truth, when I'm able to eat well, I feel better about myself and feel more confident. Well, now that seems to validate, but when you bring the category in, you realise you had a false positive. When I'm able to eat well, I feel better about myself and feel more confident. It'd be great if there were a food company dedicated to helping me eat better. Now in that instance, you see the resonance and the edge fall away and you realise, to found something in this category to drive forward our MPD or indeed our advertising, we need something more. So really helpful. 2 other things. Short, sharp sentences are best, as is a negative to positive structure for the insight. So sort of setting up the problem and then moving to resolution. Let me share with you a couple more really strong SpringSights. First of all, seatbelts. By not wearing your seatbelt in the back of the car, you could kill someone you love. It'd be great if everyone felt they should buckle up every time they get in. Now there's an insight with both resonance and edge. People saying, gosh, you know, the idea that in the back you could be catapulted forward, you could hurt or kill someone in the front if you didn't have your seatbelt on. Gosh, I hadn't heard it expressed like that before. You know, real edge as well as the resonance. Another example, Persil's Dirt is Good SpringSight. So, dirt is experience, dirt is good. Rolling around in mud is part of growing up. Wouldn't it be good to know that cleaning up afterwards won't be a problem? So now there is a real SpringSight. So one that resonates but also has edge. You know, gosh, yes, absolutely. you understand me, you know, I want my kids to be able to play and get out there and have fun, you know, but actually, yeah, I hadn't heard it like that before, you know, the idea that the detergent is there to clean up afterwards, so really breaking out of the usual discourse about whose detergent is whiter. Let me now share an example of an insight that wasn't a SpringSight. See if you can guess why. Photos not only capture and trigger memories, but help to tell who you are. However, in today's digital age, almost all of my pictures are stored on my PC. I feel like I'm being denied the ability to relive the special moments of my life and for others to get to know me. I wish I could show and share my digital pictures and once again feel them surrounding me in my home. So there, an insight for the Philips digital photo frame. 25% of the sample that we tested the insight with said, you know, it's just not a problem. Actually, I am able to share my pictures precisely because they are digital. 16% of people went out of their way to say, saying I'm being denied something by having my photos on the PC, that's just not right. But those same diagnostics revealed a strength, a possible way of pitching this. And that was, to me, a gift with a personal touch is wonderful. A photo is one of the most personal things you can give. I wish it was possible to make the gift of a photo even more personal. So suddenly there you had a sweet spot for this digital photo frame product, which guided NPD as well, because they were able to say, how can we make it even more personal? When people order it online, perhaps they can choose a photo, choose a message, so that when they give it, that's already in there. It's a really great example of turning an insight into a SpringSight. And you know, Philips confirm that when they test concepts that have a SpringSight in them, the performance of the concept is so much greater. So, an indication then of the power of a SpringSight to make your concept stronger when you're testing them, but also, as I've already discussed throughout really, to drive forward the brand in the market. So, lots to discuss. Please do get in touch if you want to continue the conversation. And join me next time when I'll be talking about how we can find those insights in the very first place. Thanks very much for joining me.